Now, when looking at the NIO lineups for the models that they launched this year, or the facelift that they launched this year, ET9 was the first car that started deliveries in March, followed by Firefly, which was officially launched also in April and started delivery then. Then we had like the 5566, ET5 Touring, ET5 Mercedes, ES6, EC6. Those four best-selling cars were also launched around May, and deliveries began immediately. And then we saw in July NIO launching the Onvo L90, which is the large 6-seater SUV, doing well for NIO, followed by September launch of the all-new NIO ES8, which is built on the NT 3.0 platform, and that also was so good because that car is delivery-wise and orders are looking so good. But there were two other models that NIO was intending to launch this year. Those that I've counted are not the only models that NIO intended to launch. In fact, after the launch of the ES8, the new CEO made a statement to say that, look, it won't be necessary for NIO to launch these two models this year because the demand for the L90 ES8 is just out of this world, right? And it will be very premature if they can just launch the two models, even with the production backlogs, because already the two cars, that is the Onvo L90 ES8, they are taking away a lot of production, right? And which is why they ended up moving the two models next year, right? So next year, as it stands, NIO is going to launch these two models that they wanted to launch right now in Q4. By the way, the two models are the NIO ES7 and the Onvo L80. All these two cars are large 5-seater SUVs, and NIO was intending to launch them right now in Q4, but they've moved them into into next year, 2026. And the reason why, or part of the reason why I'm telling you about this, is because we read that, look, the Onvo L80, it is now confirmed that it will be launched in the first half of next year. Remember, in the first half of next year, there's another model under NIO main brand that NIO is launching, and that is the NIO ES9. ES9, I think it will be a flagship model because it's going to take all of the specs that you find on the ET9, making it extraordinary, right? And this is something that we cannot wait. So now we know that there is the ES9, there is also L80 coming. I am not sure as to when are they planning to launch the NIO ES7, because that car was also scheduled to be launched this year, but they decided not to launch it due to the demand that is there, looking at the two models that, like I've been sharing with you, looking at the two models, ES6 and Onvo L90. This is something that we know. I mean, it was confirmed today by China. It was confirmed today. In fact, this is the article that made me confirm this news, which says that, look, the Onvo L80 launch is expected in the first half of 2026, says the NIO CEO William Lee. Onvo had originally planned to launch the Onvo L80 5-seater SUV in the fourth quarter this year, but delayed due to tight factory capacity. This is what they are saying. This is what our CEO is saying. So they've delayed, or they are going to delay they've delayed the launch of the Onvo L80 NIO ES7 due to the factory capacity. It was not going to serve any purpose if NIO had launched these two cars and they could not deliver. What was going to end up happening is that people were going to end up cancelling their orders, which is something that we've seen in the past, and we do not want to see that again. But yeah, I guess the validation, the confirmation by our CEO of the Onvo L80 coming next year, it's something that is just so great. It makes me to look forward to what is coming. It makes me to want to, of course, load the boat, because I know that those two SUVs, L80, ES7, are going to also continue bringing the massive demand onto the NIO cars, which is something that we look forward to, something that is exciting, and it makes me to look. So this is NIO's plans, and this year it looks like there's no car that NIO will launch. Remember, NIO Day, it has already happened this year. There won't be NEO Day in December, which is why also the NEO CEO stressed the point that look, there is not going to be much expenses or R&Ds because there's no product that they are going to launch right now in Q4, and also they are not going to have the NEO Day because it already happened around September, which is something that is great, something that is exciting, and it makes me to look forward to what is coming. So my dear friends, I am happy. Tell me what you think about this. I think we should brace ourselves for what is coming, because at the end of the day, NEO is a company that we are heavily invested in, and we know it is going to reward us with time. And that is, of course, when looking at the share price, which has not been performing that well recently, but it's no brainer, man. I mean, it took us like 2 months to move from $3 to $7-8, and I think it's also going to take us a very short term period to move from when you're currently trading at, which is around $6, to double digits, $10. It's going to come very quick and very fast, and this is something that we are looking forward to, something that makes me to want to continue to load the boat whenever I can onto the NEO stock. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win, and those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price are going to be rewarded with time. Look, man, it does take me some time to make or create content like this, which is why I always ask you to subscribe, to like, to hit or click that notification bell, so that at least when I drop a new content, YouTube can notify you. But anyways, don't want to make this video too long. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. That is all from me, and God bless you all.